Hey guys, Anders here with a weekly update on BDO. Today is patch day, and after some maintenance and server issues, which we still may have, we did finally get to see the updates made to the game. A lot of the class changes from last week's Korean version have made it into the game today. Most drastically, the Ninja, Berserker, Musa, and Warrior PVE buffs, and Striker receiving an indirect PvP nerf to their defense, as now every class in the game does more damage to Strikers specifically. Skill levels have been changed as well, and level 60 has become the highest level you need to acquire all skills for your class. So skills like Elven Rage 4 for Ranger, which previously could only be obtained at level 62, can now be obtained at level 60. To give those at level 60 an incentive to keep leveling to 61 and 62, they've introduced one-time rewards for hitting those respective levels. At level 61, you get the Capodia ring, which is a 14 AP ring equivalent to a tri-crescent ring. That led to a lot of people who already had a tri-crescent ring to either sell their ring for close to 1 billion silver or go for Tech Crescent with a guarantee of a backup in the Capodia ring. Now congrats to those who achieved Tech Crescents, you're brave souls, and my condolences to the poor bastards who saw their Tri-Crescents blow up. There were many of you. Now if you ever manage to join the selected few who are level 62, you'll get a Capodia earring, equivalent to a Tri-Tungrad earring, which is okay, I guess? Not really entirely useful, as when you hit level 62, your gear should have surpassed the need of a Tri-Tungrad. Now, we did not receive the absolute skills introduced in Korea, and I don't see us getting these skills anytime soon, as we still do not even have Rabam's Enlightenment implemented in our version of the game. Now check out my skill enhancement video to see what Rabam's Enlightenment is all about. Absolute skills is similar. It's an additional effort from the developers to make our main hand weapon skills relevant. They're adding new skill tiers and buffing the damage to be on par or surpass some of our Awakening kit. It looks good on paper, but so far they have released absolute skills for Warrior and Ranger, with the rest of the classes to come. They nerfed the Ranger skills already, but they're supposedly buffing them back up some after Korea's PvP tournament. The downside to these new skills is the sheer amount of skill points each new ability demands, which is a good thing in my opinion, as they help push players into thinking more about what skills to prioritize while they grind for more skill points. With the patch, we also received last year's Halloween outfits, so you can go ahead and purchase the Gloomy Fox or Witch Bride costumes finally. There is this weird addition to the package. They give you this Scarecrow mask, so when you preview the outfit, they all have the Scarecrow mask over them, making you unable to see the actual costume's headpiece. Really strange, but not much of a big deal, since you can find pictures of the outfits over on the BDO fashion website. Isabella, the Halloween event boss, will now appear on all channels finally, and every 4 to 5 hours, and not every almost 12 hours. So if you've been unlucky and haven't gotten a chance to complete the Halloween event quest, well, it should be dramatically easier to do so now. The update also added green offhand weapons and green armor sets to their region's respective armor vendors. That means you can now purchase heavy armor and steel daggers straight from the vendors. Really convenient, but the major downside is the shocking price of these pieces. They're really expensive and honestly not worth the silver if you can try and get them from the marketplace. Though the blue grade unenhanceable weapons are not too bad if you're starting out. With the gear changes, they've also included a roaring magical offhand quest line where you can get a hybrid offhand weapon for your class. It has okay stats and should be good for alts and those moving forward in the story. Camisylvia mob areas have been reworked and heavily nerfed, so it will become easier to grind there, though they also nerfed some of the drops to coincide with the ease of the grind. Hard to say whether it's worth grinding there or not, though I think the majority of the population isn't even able to grind there in the first place, so we'll see. While they nerfed Camisylvia mobs, they also buffed some of the Median monster areas like Abandoned Iron Mine and Wandering Rogue by increasing the mob density. And additionally, auras are now able to be exchanged into memory fragments at a 1-to-1 ratio. This is great for those of us that already completed the quest and have auras left over, just rotting in storage. I do advise not to exchange them if you haven't already received the boss loot from handing in 100 auras, as you'll likely want to complete that before spending auras on memory fragments. This change effectively makes hunting world bosses more appealing even after you have your boss drops, as memory fragments are always needed. Some quality of life changes come in the form of now receiving gold bars for completing quests. This is nice if you like to quest or are just starting out. The gold bars can be sold to any storage keeper for silver. The pet interface has also been reworked to allow you to set up 3 sets of pets. You can assign a pet to be part of any or all 3 allowable sets. This way you can choose to take out specific sets instantaneously rather than one by one. The way I have it set up on my account is I have set 1 for my life skill pets, set 2 are for my grinding pets, and set 3 is specifically for gathering. Another minor change is the spot for the challenge rewards icon. It's been moved from the bottom right to the top left alongside your account buffs. Nice visual change that helps minimize clutter of the UI. They stated that daily daily rewards will automatically be received after daily reset without you having to relog. This was actually implemented last week, and while it's nice, it does impede the trick of being able to hold your daily grind buff past the daily reset to then pop it and grind for an hour and immediately relog for another hour buff to kick in. Now you need to make sure you use your daily grind before reset, or at least activate it, or you'll end up losing it. Chat was reworked to now include hoverable links to items being enhanced by the server and items gathered by your workers, essentially pushing the change they implemented a few weeks ago that showed items going up on the market as links with icons to better identify them. Finally, I want to talk about the new Black Spirit quests. You will now receive a one-time Black Spirit quest that will reward you with a tier 5 horse and a piece of horse armor. Not bad if you're just starting out. The second Black Spirit quest is a series of quests that each reward you with advice of Valks. You'll receive 1 21 stack, 2 15 stack, and 3 10 stack scrolls. That is a decent amount of free fail stacks. You'll have to simply find and talk to the NPCs to get each of the scrolls. They're located in the Medine region and should take you less than 30 minutes to complete. And that's the more relevant updates from this week's patch. I'll have the link to the patch notes in the comments so you can check out the specific notes and number changes for the classes. Hopefully this was helpful. I tried to condense the updates as much as I could, so let me know what you guys thought in the comments here or over on Twitch. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.